Yay, we made it. We're live. Welcome to High Noon at the KASHA McKee Gallery. I'm Kasha. Welcome. Palm Beach. This is my gallery within the Palm Beach Showroom, Design Showroom, 25,000 square foot space, which is sensational. And we are here today to speak with the Executive Director, Angelica Sua, and the Associate Director, Paola Sanchez, and we're going to discuss everything that they have planned for this summer in the showroom. So let's get at it. Hello, Instagram. Hi, everybody. Now, I have my phone here to see who is watching. So let's go to Instagram. Girls, welcome. May I please introduce? Angelica. This is Angelica.
Hello. Hi,
Welcome.
Instagram. Hello.
What a pleasure, what a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Please have a seat. And then Paola Sanchez. Hi, honey.
Hello.
Welcome. This is our premiere. This is our first show.
I know.
So how exciting. We've got some bubbly. Now I just want to get on. Actually, do you mind if I hand this off to you to find the channel that's live right now? That would be us. So we're live on two channels. We have my channel, KASHA McKee, and then we also have the Palm Beach Showroom. So,
All right.
in celebration of our very first.
Oh, okay, never mind. We can join yours too, but we're over here.
So,
All right.
okay,
We got a
let's
good.
see now. Where am I?
It's just catching up. So you can do live. Yep. Cool. Behind me.
Are we live? Are we not live? Technical difficulties. First show, please. We have to have a little bit. Oh, there we go. Yay.
There we are.
So you guys can take a look now and then of who's here.
Yes.
We have some bubbly because it's the first one. Turn
Nice
this.
celebration.
So turn this down. Oops. We were a little tardy. Hopefully the volume will be okay. We're gonna have to speak up a little bit because
Everyone can hear us, right?
something as if anything can go wrong. It went wrong. The microphones weren't working, so we are sans microphone, but we're here. And you girls look beautiful as
Thanks,
always.
So do
Yay.
you.
Thank you. So what do you think? Hair up, hair down?
Down. I like it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hair down.
Get that hair
Okay.
flowing.
So High Noon with KASHA McKee.
Yes, we
Yes.
here high noon with the big high five.
Yes.
High five.
Nice.
So, ladies, where do we start? Why don't we start
Right.
with how we met?
So,
While I open up some bubbly.
all right. So, well, first of all, I wanted to, congratulate you on this amazing show. I know you have some great guests in line.
We have a whole
Scheduled.
month. I
Yeah.
have five spots left. Maybe. The whole month is full.
So
That's
every day
amazing.
you'll be doing a talk every noon.
Tuesday till Saturday here in the showroom at my gallery.
500 North Dixie, Lake Worth at the Palm Beach Design Showroom, where you can find all of us. You can walk the showroom, see Kasha's amazing gallery with all of her works. I mean, this is just a little bit of it. Just wait until you come to the showroom and see it and immerse yourself in her amazing work.
So a little bit about the showroom. We are we're a giant gallery that showcases over 30 different galleries and artists, KASHA McKee being one of them.
What?
We do
Touchdown.
art lectures, art events, and that's pop-ups. So if you're an artist, if you love art, if you're a buyer, if you're a client, if you're a designer, come on in. We have all different types of mediums, artists. So today we're going to be focusing on conceptual photography.
Conceptual photography. Very new-ish in relation or in contrast to painting that has been forever and illustrating sculptures, glasswork. Conceptual photography is a very new genre. I've been shooting photography for 26 years now, started with film, eventually moved into conceptual photography because of technology. Technology paved the way in order to do this. So my process is I shoot hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of images of my subject, and then later in Photoshop I sit back, take a look of the images, and then that's where the conceptual part kicks in. That's where the magic kicks in, and I would like to say I tune into my higher self so that I do what the universe wants me to do, if that makes sense.
I'm going to give you the honors.
Thank you. Is that the one that you chose?
I prepared it. Yes.
You don't want this one?
Well, I mean, we could. We can.
Which one do you want? I picked up some of this for
Hi, Yuri.
Hi. All right, let's say
What
hi
is
to
this?
everyone.
Champagne.
Hi, Yuri.
This is
Samuel
new.
Owen.
Hello,
Hello,
Josh.
welcome.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for being
got a
on
good
So,
craft
High
going.
Noon.
What's really great about conceptual photography, it has been kind of like, there's always some kind of conceptual in photography. There's always a subject, a form, an idea behind it, right? But
Absolutely.
I think that what's really great, because most photographers are torn between what is, if you're a photographer or an artist.
You are a photographer.
Yes.
She's a secret photographer.
But what's really amazing about your dreamscapes that you do make is that you do incorporate your own world while still using high quality.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
use high quality photographs.
Yes, ma'am.
You print on archival paper. It's one of
Large
one,
scale.
Yeah, we do
and-
originals only here.
One of one.
and you embrace everything that is conceptual photography when it comes to building your own dreamscapes and making it look like an actual photograph, like it's real, and you did take the image.
Thank you, Paola. That is our excellent description. And yes, we only do originals. Oh, Opa, it's official. And the dreamscapes, as you phrase, is also related to how I'd like to say extreme realism.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of a new term that I'm picking up because people need to understand what this is. And when you say extreme realism, in like let's say with the painting, there are different kinds of genres of painting, and when somebody is referred to, when someone refers to extreme realism and to their painting, you understand immediately that the painting looks like it's supposed to look
Yeah.
100% real. So conceptual photography is extreme realism for me. That is my approach. So when you look at my work, these are the flower puzzle series behind us. A lot of people misunderstand that they think that there might be paintings at first, but no, they're all photographs. Every single flower is one single photograph.
And they all have a specific story to tell. I mean, each specific flower was taken in a location. Each, flamingo or the birds or the planes. Each one has a really unique story, location. You really get to connect with Kasha as she tells you the whole concept behind the piece, the idea behind it, her thoughts, her whole kind of creative process of bringing it all together. And once you're kind of looking in the piece and you're getting lost within each specific story and each color and each movement, the movement of the birds, movement of the flowers, the puzzle flowers, I mean, you really get the whole idea of how grand it is.
There's a lot of depth.
Yeah.
People quite constantly cheers. Yay, 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 yay. Here's
Cheers
to the
to you.
showroom.
Thank you,
Here's
thank
to
you.
the love of art.
Yes.
Okay? So this is for the love of art and for the showroom to be a destination for all of the galleries that are involved. This is a sincere resource for art collectors, interior designers, developers, anybody that wants high-end, world-class art needs to know about you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And of course, Kasha McKee's High Noon. Excited to see the series.
So, I'd like to go back to the first day that I walked in.
Yes.
Were you both here?
Well, we were here the first time.
I was here. I walked you through.
Okay.
Yeah, you came in. You said, I've been wanting to check out this space, and I want to see what it's about.
Okay.
I walked around, and yeah.
What was your first impression?
I wanted to see your work. I mean, you have such a force about you, like everything. Like I'm a go-getter. Like you can tell from the minute I talked to you. And I was like, I want to see your work. I'm interested. You showed it to me, and I loved it, which is actually kind of funny because didn't realize that I had seen it before. Yes.
Oh, that's an interesting story.
That's right. That's right.
I was going through my screenshot photos, which looking for something in particular, and I found a screenshot that I took of one of Kasha McKee's the flamingos that she has, and I realized that in 2017, I was already a fan.
2017. That was the year that everything. This series. There's 16 pieces in this size, framed and glossy wood. 16 pieces that I did as a debut at my first gallery, which was on Worth Avenue. For those of you that remember that incredible space, it was 3,000 square feet on the second floor of the Esplanade, back in the corner. We had lots of parties. It was full of art. So it was just a pop-up. Once that closed, everything kind of went into storage until I came here in November. So it took a long time.
But you had come here before. You
Yeah.
had come here a couple times because the showroom has been open. Our grand opening actually was in 2017. 2018, we were still kind of, a lot of the same galleries that were in the Palm Beach show were here. And then once we started 2019, the very end of 2018, 2019, was when we started kind of getting into more of the exhibitions, more of the local galleries, more artists really getting in with the community, creating our lecture series, creating our exhibition series, having more of a destination. And then, once
for art, because
art.
Before there was some antiques in here, there was, there still are beautiful antiques, but it was a lot more of a collection of everything.
Yeah.
But now, with Angelica and Paola that have been at the reins for, a year and a half now?
No, I've been here almost 3 years.
3 years.
Two and a half right now.
Excusez-moi. But no,
3 years.
as the executive director,
Yes.
3 years. 1 year.
As the executive director, a year and a half.
Okay, so there you go. These two work so diligently all week. They are constantly marketing, they're constantly showing people, they're constantly here with the best interests of the showroom. So best feet forward every single day, and I applaud you guys for that.
Thank you.
I have my own little headquarters here, so whenever I arrive, it is such a blessing to work with the two of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we could say the exact same to you. I mean, you really bring a life into the showroom.
Aw.
Before, don't get me wrong, the showroom is amazing, but once you
It
got
is
in
amazing
here,
here.
you could definitely feel the energy. There's so many events going on, and Kasha's an amazing person, not only a photographer, but she's also a very amazing DJ.
Yes.
Secret DJ.
Secret DJ, but she's phenomenal. We've hosted a couple events in the showroom, and she's blown everybody away.
Thank you.
But yeah, just having you here, and especially when people are walking around, we're giving tours to groups. She's able to really be here and talk to people, the designers, and kind of really own in on what questions anybody has.
There's
So
something better than also being able to hear from the artists themselves.
yeah,
There's
exactly.
something really special about that.
I'm glad that you said that. When I work here and people go by, the first thing that I like to do is just sort of observe them. I don't want to scare them because they don't see me in my little corner working away. So they walk through the gallery and I pay attention to what they look at.
Mhm.
And what pieces they stop to look at. And then I introduce myself as the artist and the dialogue begins, which is always wonderful because conceptual photography is a relatively new genre. Not a lot of people have heard of it. Everybody thinks that they're painting, so there's a confusion that happens at first. And then I get to witness how the dialogue enlightens them. And that makes my day because it puts a smile on their face and they learn something.
Yeah. Honestly, that switch between, somebody looking at it without knowing anything about it, without seeing, the tag or anything, they go, wow, this painting is amazing. And to see that face when I go, no, it's actually a photography piece of hundreds and hundreds of different photography pieces together. And they are just like, they're blown away, completely blown away. And it's really nice to see kind of that
wow factor.
That wow factor of, okay, now let me get into this piece and really look at it.
It captures them.
It does.
It captures them. Now, my work is really big, as you can see. These are 61 by 96 vertical, but they can also be horizontal. And the majority of my other work is horizontal, the same size, that's framed here at the gallery. And back to the extreme realism, I think that is the key to the magic. Because when you research conceptual photography, go use the Google, conceptual photography, you'll see other photographers around the world. There's only a handful of us that are actually moving forward in this realm, but there's a lot of sort of, how can I put it? I don't want to say new agey,
I think there's different forms.
fantasy stuff where you look at it and you immediately identify that it's not real, it's fantasy. With my work, you don't identify with it being fantasy or not real until it's explained to you, because extreme realism convinces you right off the bat that, whoa, wow, that looks real. And then it's an impossible piece. That's the word that I was looking for. My work, my intention always is to create the impossible piece so that you know that this can't happen in real life, but it looks like real life.
You want it to happen in real life. You want to be
What do
able
you
to
mean
see
that that's not real? And it's photography, but photography means capturing the moment. So there's a really sort of like duplicit mind game that happens.
Yeah.
And also I think that, looking at the flower puzzle series, you don't really get the essence of like anything from like the parrot tree or the flamingos or the horsepower. Those
Sold.
Yes, those tend to be more of a, I think it could be a photograph, or it could be. This one you can kind of tell that, you can see that you get lost in it, and you did build a world in it, but it's a little bit different than the thunderbirds, the parrot tree, anything else like that. You're like, did that happen?
Yeah.
True. The three-dimensional effect of my work happens naturally. It's an organic reaction because it's my approach to extreme realism. The flower puzzle, for instance, when you see the flower puzzles in person, if you go up close and you look at every single photograph, it is perfect.
The details are all there.
Yeah.
It's perfect. They're magnificent,
Magnified.
really realistic flowers that you think that you can actually touch.
Yes.
So that's the 3D effect, because number one, the photography has to be first and foremost top notch.
So that's also a question too. Is a lot of people have asked me why you don't cover it with glass.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's an excellent question while I pour you some more champagne at work.
So, because people always, I mean, they go up to it and they're like, well, you know, is it archival, which it is, and you're always, you know, you get that question of, well, why don't you want to protect it or cover it? So,
Yeah, photography is usually covered in glass, absolutely. And that was a choice that I had to make along at the same time when I was deciding what size
yeah,
I wanted to associate myself with. And as an artist, my opinion is while you're building your career and while you're building collectors, which I have 5 very happy collectors at the moment, 1 collector at a time. I had to decide at one point what size do I want my conceptual work to be when I'm bringing it forth to the public, and also do I want to use glass or do I not want to use glass? And I decided against the glass because number 1, my work is huge. Number 2, which would be very expensive, but luckily glass interferes with your experience with my work. If I had a huge piece of glass over this piece, you would see the reflection of yourself first and or everything else around you. Even museum quality glass still has a reflection properties. So you would notice the glass first and the work second. So because of that, I decided, you know what, no glass, so that my audience can really experience and sincerely walk in to the work.
There is an intimacy when you're looking at your work
Yeah.
and you don't see that glass. You do feel a little bit more, you feel the connection and you do feel like you're there and you can touch the flowers.
Thank you.
Since we're talking about the flower puzzle series, we do have Green Papaya Palace that says he loves the Florida vibes in your flower backdrop. So maybe
Thank
let me
you.
know where each of these you're
Yeah.
taking, because they are all from Florida.
Yeah, actually the majority of the you can't see all of them behind us, and I don't have a cameraman right now, but hopefully we'll have one in the future. But with the pieces that you see directly behind us, I live on Palm Beach Island, and these beautiful pink hibiscus flowers grow all over the place on the hedges, in the landscaping all over the island. And I live on A1A, and this is A1A pink hibiscus. Right behind me is Worth Avenue, where these very tall, I don't know if they are related to lilies or orchids, because they're kind of a hybrid of both, but when they were growing, they're, you know, relatively high. They were right across the street from Tiffany in a bed, and I found them by accident in 2017. They were growing there, and I was like, wow, look at these flowers, they're amazing. So I took all kinds of pictures, and then later they came back into fold, where I created this piece. So I have Worth Avenue, A1A, and can you see the purple one, kind of?
yeah, they can recognize a
Little bit. The purple one over there is really the most intense of all of the series, because I have no idea how many flowers there are in there. It's just
That one you really get lost into it because
Yeah.
the contrast between the purple and the green and the negative spaces that you have between it,
Mm.
you really, really get, I mean, at least for me.
There's a push and pull.
Yeah, at least for
Which
me,
is
the
really
purple
nice.
and your white roses are probably the most, I mean, for me, I love them.
yeah.
I love them all, but those really just draw you in and
Yeah.
really
People
kind
do
of
have their
mesmerize you.
favorites, and the purple one is Hibiscus Avenue, which is the teeny weeny little street between Tiffany and Chanel on the island. There is an arbor that grows these, I think they're called star vine. I don't know. Any flower people out there, please let me know. But they grow indigenously on that arbor, along with the Worth Avenue and the A1A. But guess who that is? That's my husband.
On his way.
Yeah, thanks for chiming in, baby. So anyway, indigenous to Palm Beach Island, all of these ones behind us. The roses are an exception. Those are from South Beach when I lived there for many years, and those are the biggest ones. The
Yeah.
actual flowers themselves are really big and,
Yeah.
and beautiful. So I think I saw Bobby Z on here earlier. Bobby, are you still on? Are you still here? Give us a message so we can
Yeah,
say
and
hey.
feel free to
Ron Burkhart.
feel free
Ron
to send in
Burkhart.
some questions if
Hi,
anybody
Ron.
has.
Yeah, send us some questions. Ron Burkhart is another incredible painter, abstract painter that is in the gallery. He has his own gallery within the showroom.
Yeah.
So he is out and about doing very well with his work. So
He just did an amazing fashion show with his pieces. His
Yeah,
artwork
at the Hotel.
turned into an amazing dresses. We did masks. He did swimwear. He did a few other things.
Did
so
you see
check
it?
him out as well.
Yes.
How did you see it?
We didn't go to the. We saw some images and he sent out some pictures and it looked really amazing.
Really? Because it was
Yeah.
a pretty pricey ticket, Ron.
Yeah, it was a beautiful
Where
show.
was the guest list? Where was the VIP guest list?
Also, Yuri has an amazing space within here too. He was one of the first to sign in and watch the show.
Yuri. Is he back?
No, he is currently in. I know. I'm so
Yuri,
sorry.
where are you?
I'm so sorry. You're in the islands, the most beautiful islands ever. He sends us images, and the name is slipping my mind right now. But he's got a great collection, anywhere from his
Here,
comment series
in the
to
showroom, another
landscape,
wonderful
landscapes to
painter.
portraits.
Yes. He's an incredible painter.
He is.
He's an extreme realist as a painter. I love his nudes.
Yeah.
His
the
nudes
nude
are
series
gorgeous
is
with the lacquer
gorgeous.
on the front.
Mhm.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful for those art aficionados that
It's
love.
actually resin.
Oh, that's right. It's a resin. That
It's a
love
resin, and he
nudes.
is so particular and meticulous to everything that it looks. I mean, it looks flawless. It doesn't even have. You know how resin has the drips on the end. He cleans it up so perfectly that you're just looking at it and
He's mastered it.
yeah.
Especially, I mean, he has such a large range of different styles of work that he also does, but within that, his colors always shine through. You know that it's a Yuri, based off the colors.
I like
and the
that.
vibrant.
You know that it's a Yuri. I like that a lot.
And you
too.
know that it's a Kasha. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody in the showroom, you're really, you walk around, you can tell it's a Carol Colicchio, it's a Ron Burkhart, it's a Kasha, it's a Danuta. I mean, it's really interesting walking around here. There's something for everybody, and you can come in and it's like a museum with some price tags.
You can actually take the piece home with you.
Yeah.
I really love referring to the showroom, 25,000 square feet, as a mini art Basel. What? 2,500? No.
No,
25,000
25,000
square feet. It's sprawling with art.
Yeah.
It's a maze of art. So it is a pleasure and a joy to be a part of such a high-end, collection of artists. My relationship with Ron Burkhart goes back to my South Beach days.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we go back.
I didn't know that
I
either.
know.
Yeah, we met through a mutual Toronto friend.
Okay.
Oh.
So we spent a whole afternoon together, Ron, didn't we? If you're still there. And when he showed up here, I was like, what? No way. And we got to reconnect.
Mm-hmm.
So he has been doing his thing for X amount of years since then, and I've been obviously doing mine, which is wonderful. It reminds me of, let's say, the Andy Warhol era in New York, in Soho, where there was musicians, Bob Dylan, artists, Andy Warhol, promoters, the club scene, the Studio 54. That was a convergence of sorts of really magnificent talent
Yeah.
that lived and breathed their work.
Yeah.
That's what's happening here at the showroom. So there's a caliber that is set. There's the bar is set. so that for sure, if you walk in here and you want to start collecting art, this is a really good opportunity to walk around and say, oh, you know what? I know for sure that will be not only an investment piece, but you will enjoy it and know that you're supporting an artist, a real artist.
An up and coming, established. I mean, there's definitely
There's a range.
There's a range here, and we can always point you in the right direction as well. I mean, we have connected with so many artists and so many galleries over the last few years, and built this connection where it's such a unique concept of the showroom, where you really can't find it anywhere else. And because we're affiliated with the Palm Beach Show Group, which has the Palm Beach Show at the Convention Center every year.
Yeah, please let everybody know the background of
The showroom.
The showroom is owned by the show group, which
Correct.
is Scott Diamond.
And Rob
partners.
Samuels. So the partners of the Palm Beach Show Group, which the whole show group team is amazing, phenomenal. And they wanted to create something similar, but instead of just having it just one show for the weekend or for the week, they really wanted to create something grand and have a location for people to come year round. So they created the showroom, and really over the years we've just completely developed into what we are today. And I mean, we've worked so hard to really get the name going, and of course
Branding.
the brand. And we're still a little hidden gem in Lake Worth. Not too many people know. So please come down and see the showroom, because you will be blown away.
It's amazing how
It
many
is,
people
it
come
is.
in here and go, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I said,
Yeah.
why do you not have any idea? This is a huge building
Yeah.
with these silver sculptures out front that are massive.
Sculpture garden outside.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk around, we mentioned it earlier that we have over 30 different galleries, artists, and design studios. And really, I mean, Paul and I worked tirelessly trying to really change up the showroom, new exhibitions.
Yeah.
So every time you walk in, you really see
Something
something new.
And I think something really special that Rob Samuels and Scott Diamond have built here is the opportunity to give the artists their own place to showcase without having to get their own gallery.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a special place not just for the clients, but for the artist. I mean, for anyone that just wants to get out of their
Amen.
house.
Yeah.
Amen to what you just said, Paola. I'm sorry to
Okay.
interrupt, but
Yeah.
I want to add, as an artist, I have to tell you, for the lack time or the slack time or the time from my first gallery to this gallery, it was brutal looking for another space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was brutal. Not only being here, it's a brilliant business move for any artist, because you are affiliated with all of these other galleries. You tag on to the marketing. Is your phone okay?
I think it's
All right.
All right, going live for the showroom is
You tag on
Back
to
in
the
business.
marketing strategies. Everybody's leaving me.
I
I'm all alone. Where'd they
We're
go?
back. We had somebody at the door earlier,
okay.
so we had to.
So the galleries, as a gallery, as an artist, this is such a wonderful location, because not only do I not have to worry about security, the Wi-Fi, the electric,
Yeah.
the insurance, the amount of money that I would have to spend
Yeah.
to be my own gallery, when other galleries in this area are pretty overwhelmed with other artists.
Yeah.
And that becomes a choice also for an artist, where you're just like, okay, well, I can have other people represent me, or I could represent myself,
Yeah.
which is why I was
I mean,
totally happy.
It's not even
to
that
come here.
too. So it's you can represent yourself as well, but it's also it's a representation and extension to your business. So if you do have these galleries that you work with, and you still want to have some extra space to show your pieces, you can be in here. You can still work with the galleries. The gallery itself can come in and do a pop-up show with you. So it's really working together. It's networking. It's meeting.
They are absolutely supportive if you want to do your own party.
Yes.
They're absolute.
I mean, the showroom as a venue is
The
is
venue is
perfect.
incredible. They have their own bar, so there's a really great is it the logistics
Yeah.
or the ergonomics? The logistics of this place is perfect
Especially
for
since we
special
created
events.
the designer lounge. I mean,
The
there's
designer
yeah.
lounge.
The designer lounge, you can come in and just have a cup of coffee, an espresso, walk around. We give you a nice tour. You can ask questions, take pictures, and really immerse yourself for the day that you're here.
It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful location to really leverage
Yeah.
for yourself as a business, as an artist, as an interior designer. So we wanted to start this series with Angelica and Paola, who has gone missing. She has work to do.
There's probably a guest coming in right now.
She has work to do. She's got to sell some art. But I wanted to invite you guys to be the very first interviews of this really awesome month ahead.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you for being here. Should we polish off this champagne?
Well, we might as well.
What else do you want to tell the people?
Well, I mean, I feel like we've talked about what the showroom is and how great we can really get people coming in here and experiencing this. But I did want to come back into the realm of Kasha McKee and the gallery
Yes,
and your
please.
pieces.
Come back to Kasha. Woo, woo,
So
woo.
not only does she have her flower puzzle series, you've done a lot of different styles and themes. I mean, from your
Welcome
animals.
back, Paola.
Welcome back.
Where'd you go? We missed you.
Just taking care
Terribly.
of the showroom. Working hard. So I was going to say, you have a lot of themes that you represent. Are there any specific themes that you're looking forward to kind of diving into? I know you have your.
Ooh, are you turning this interview around?
Yeah, I am. We're taking over a little bit because nobody's seen that. Well, in 2017 you had the show the Fire,
Ooh. Are you really gonna go there?
that's one of my favorite series.
You haven't even seen it.
I've been dying to see this series in person. We've only seen pictures. You can go to our website and see them.
KashaMcKee.com. Oh,
Yeah.
first shameless plug.
So, yeah, I mean, those.
But what series are you referring to? Pray tell.
What's it called?
It's called the Death Mask Legacy Series.
There we go. Death Mask Legacy Series.
Where's
Blow
the
your
music?
mind.
Where's the music? Where's my band?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not as foreboding and as it may sound. It is very dark though, and it is
Completely different. I mean, it's such a range of completely different from your flowers to this Death Mask series. But
True.
you can tell it's a Kasha McKee, and it brings you in. It captivates you.
Okay, so
That is
Thank
some good
you very
work.
much.
Captivating.
Yeah.
What do you
is
think of the Death
something
Masks?
you're very good at.
Aw.
Oh, I love them.
I'm a provocateur.
I think it's just like, it's dramatic. It's
The Death
very
Mask series are
dramatic.
What do you think of the word
enticing.
death mask? Do you know what a death mask is? Who knows what a death mask is? Tell me.
That's, the death mask is what they wear to protect themselves.
Back in the day,
Short
before
time.
there was photography, there was the death mask. All of the most royal, established, famous people at whatever time, way back, in order to celebrate their lives and to remember them, the gesture of the death mask was created. The very, very, very first one was a gold death mask of Agamemnon. That is the most famous one. You can make a death mask, well, what they used to make death masks of, gold, plaster, leather. Napoleon had a death mask. The poet Dante had a death mask. And I believe that the Napoleon death mask was purchased privately a few years ago. But it was a token of respect and longevity, where before there was painters and photography, there was the death mask. So it is ages old. And I revisited that through my own creative process with this particular series with fire.
Yeah.
So it's a series where I experimented with conceptual photography and 1,000 images of fire that I shot in Thunder Bay, Canada in 2010.
Which is crazy that you say that, because when you're looking at the death mask, any one of them, it just looks like one giant explosion that you just captured in that initial moment.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like I said, it's very dramatic, but I mean, it just looks like one giant.
It's amazing.
It's almost rebirth in some of them.
It surprises me all the time to see who is attracted to the death masks because it is a very avant-garde
Yeah.
series.
Not so much Florida flowers.
It has
happy.
nothing to do with being. This is about a commercial as I've ever been in my life. My whole entire career has been underground. So I made this series to try and attract and or fit in to Palm Beach as best as I could.
Yeah.
So, but my genuine true self is definitely in that series.
And I mean, you're very red and like kind of this rock and roll chick
Bold,
and
fierce.
bold.
Did you call me
fierce.
a chick?
Yeah, I did.
What?
But I mean, it's like your
I'm
style.
stuck at 25. Hallelujah.
Forever 25. Never look a day over.
Rock and roll all day long.
Yeah,
I'm
rock and
definitely
roll,
rock
and
and roll.
it's that style, and you can tell. I mean, just like you said before, that was really your pieces. Those are the first that you started with experimenting. Your kind of emotions really come through.
It's
in
a
the pieces.
magical
It definitely,
series.
that's a perfect word for it. Is magical.
6 months it took me to do 25 death masks. I shot 1,000 images 3 nights in a row when in Thunder Bay in my childhood grandparents' home. It was so cold. It was minus 30. And my cousin, God bless him, I love you so much, was too cheap to turn up the heat for me. So I'm like,
What can I do?
So I went into the basement where I spent plenty of my childhood time, and the fireplace was still perfectly intact. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna build my own freaking fire. So for 3 nights in a row, I built my own fire and I took photos. I took over 1,000 photos, and believe it or not, every single image has its own magic. And when several years later, let's see, 10, I think, when did I do the series? I think I did the series in 15. I sat myself down, I'm like, all right, I'm going to
5
do
years
something.
later.
Yeah, I'm going to do something with this inventory. So I revisited every single images and edited the images from 1,000 to 100. And out of those 100 images, I grouped 3 to 4 photos, and then I started mirror imaging them, rotating, just maneuvering.
Playing around with it.
Yes, until, boom, these masks appeared. So it was really just about my commitment to the creative process
Yeah.
and the commitment to trusting, honestly, in my higher self.
Yeah.
And how we can, as human beings, connect to a realm that isn't right in front of our nose. It is within us and around us without us knowing. The death masks really represent that process where you have to trust. Artists have to trust
Yeah.
that there is something, that they have something to contribute, and what, if you want to call it divine intervention, the universe, I don't know what you want to call it, artists, please tell me, how do you identify the process? But from the second that you sit down and you commit yourself to a piece, what happens? That happens. This happens. The magic happens. And the death mask is 100%, 6 months, due diligence, almost every day. I sat down and I did 25 pieces.
That's incredible.
3 of them are in storage, but we will bring them to the showroom as soon as possible.
Yeah. We've been, I mean, you know this, I've been really wanting to bring them to the showroom, but it's timing is everything, and I think finding the right time to really wow factor everybody when they walk in is going to be great. So we'll definitely keep you updated on when those come in.
We've been here a little while, girls. I think that we should wrap it up.
I think so.
Thank you very much. With
You're
all
thanks
of
for
my
having
heart.
us.
For
Yeah,
number
thank you
one,
so much.
being so fabulous. These girls are absolutely fabulous. I love you, I love you, I love you.
Thank you.
I hope you know how much I love you.
Thank
You
you.
were
And thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank you
Yes.
for tuning in. Tomorrow we have another guest. His name is Bobby Z. For the locals in the neighborhood, you most likely know him. He's an event planner. We have been friends for over 20 years from my South Beach days. When I was in the club business, he was promoting as well, doing his sort of peripheral events, etc. So he's fabulous. He's a man in the know. He is a character.
Oh, he is.
He is his own empire. And we can't wait to have him here.
You're not going to want to miss that.
There
Yeah.
tomorrow
Definitely
at,
tune in tomorrow.
at high noon.
High
Yes.
noon.
High noon. High noon. So thank you, everybody. Thank you,
thank
girls.
Of course, cheers
tuning
to
in.
everybody.
So besides tuning in,
To launch off the series.
come to the showroom and check out some art, buy some art, promote some art.
Yes.
Join us for some bubbly.
God bless.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
KASHAMcKee.com. Bye.